maybe you can rewatch this video in a year. Fuck that silly voice in your head that's telling you that you are nothing. Because you're everything. And you are the most important person in your life. Thank you. Today is my 3rd anniversary of being clean. And oh man, just watched the video, finished it. It was a roller coaster. Cried, laughed. There were some funny moments, to be honest. Remembered everything in detail, very sensory and visualized. I posted this on December 23rd, 2019. Remember that? Oh my god. We used to live in a year that we didn't have the pandemic in. About 2 minutes into 2020, I had a panic attack that lasted for almost an hour. It was like a prophecy of what this year was gonna be like, because only a few days after that, I remember the first time my course mate told me, "Have you heard of the plague that's happening in China?" And I was like, "What? There's no way that's real, you saw it on Facebook." Release day, when I posted this video a year ago today, I became friends with Elliot on this day, which sounds surreal, but they watched my video a few hours after knowing that I exist and follow me on Twitter, and then I completed the mutual, and here we are 1 year later. They're one of my best friends. Elliot is a really big part of my 2020. They've always supported me through literally everything, and I don't know how the pandemic would have been like for me if it wasn't for them. In March, I believe, was the first time we video called, and you know what happened in March? Lockdown! And ever since then, we just constantly like Skyped, and we did escape room together. It was so much fun. Then when the pandemic pretty much didn't exist in my country, in Latvia, in the summer, Elliot came to visit me. What else happened in this first half of 2020? I was doing my final year of college in a pandemic. I was supposed to do my dissertation, but because of the lockdown, I couldn't, really film anything until my college told me, if you don't make the video, you have to be held back. And I couldn't afford that because I was supposed to move to the UK in a couple months, and I had to finish college in order to do so. Filmed my dissertation in a pandemic, and in June I defended it and I got like 9 out of 10. And then on the 4th of July, I graduated from college. If you watched my 2-year anniversary video, you know how much that means to me. And that was like honestly one of the best moments of my life, just sitting there in that hall and knowing that these 4 years are officially over. And then on the same day that I graduated, my course mates and I threw a little party, and something just really bizarre happened. I don't know how we ended up talking about this, but I had this course mate who was, he bullied me for being like LGBT+, mostly. But on this night, I believe I talked to him for about 3 hours, if not more. We just went away from everybody, and I told them everything. Things I haven't even told some of my closest friends. He told me everything about him, and then he apologized to me, and he hugged me. That was a weird part. That was truly strange. It's hard to forgive somebody who has mistreated you. But because of that night, because he listened to me, like really listened to me, and he understood me, and because of that, I kind of forgave him in some way, and we just had a really nice time. Now we're even like mutuals on Instagram, which is strange. During the summer, I also had my first job. I was working full-time, got some money. That was nice. Even though it all disappeared over the summer, Because on September 4th, 2020, I and Sabs had our flight to London. And well, haven't left the UK since. And we had like a whole day of traveling. It was great. It was so surreal, especially the pandemic, just moving countries. On September 5th, we moved into our apartment that you are seeing right now. The first month that we were here, I couldn't be happier. It was like everything I'd ever dreamed of. And in that moment, the pandemic didn't really affect me. And there were very, very few cases here in this town that I currently live in Wales. And then people started coming over from across the country or across the world, you know. And I started meeting up with the people. We were like going to the beach. If you hear background noises, that is literally the ocean. I live like a couple meters away from the ocean, the window that I have there. I met up with all these people. It was so great, and I got so many new friends, and it was so nice. Until the week after, when turns out some people had COVID, and then most of the uni was in self-iso, including me. That wasn't cool. The first week of uni happened online because of it. It was all good, everything turned out fine. I didn't get it, Sabs didn't get it, thankfully. October was also cool. It was harder because of the self-isolation and just the stress of the pandemic, because the UK got so many cases daily. In November, however, that's when things went really downhill. Something really terrible happened to me that I don't think I will ever be ready to talk about. Ever since this certain incident happened, I fell into this really big, depressive hole that I am in denial about. And then there's more pandemic stress. And then December came, and my mood dropped yet again because I was not able to go home for Christmas. Not that I don't celebrate Christmas, but just the fact that I wanted to see my friends, I guess. Even if it were in masks and everything, even if we were like 2 meters apart, I wanted to see my friends, I wanted to see my mom. I wanted to see my pets. Oh my god, you have no idea how much I miss my pets. This is the longest I haven't seen my pets. 2 months ago, I celebrated 4 years of coming out. About 2 weeks after my 4th anniversary of being out as trans, I had my first diabetes appointment here in the UK. And I walked into the office, and the doctor was really nice. And she was just like, so what's your name? And I was like, I know it says that name on the whatever paper document thingy you have, but my name is actually Dylan. It took so well. I would never be able to say that to like a doctor in Latvia and feel safe. And she made me feel so safe. And she immediately like changed it everywhere. And she asked me like, how do I identify and everything. And then once I told her, she told me, do you want to transition? And I was like, yeah. One of the reasons why I came here. I am on the list to receive testosterone in, I don't know, sometime soon. Obviously with the pandemic, this is way harder. Just knowing that I'm on that list, in the waiting list to receive testosterone, is absolutely bonkers to me. You have no idea how much I want this. And the fact that I now have hope, it just means everything to me. Maybe a year from now, I want tea. University in itself has been an amazing experience. Of course, things are different now that mostly everything is online and there's barely any human interaction, and if it is, it's 2 meters apart. So it's much harder to make friends and do all that kind of stuff. So I'm really glad that I went to those meetings at the beach and I made my friends there, and I have my neighbors who were absolutely amazing or love so much. The thing I love most about university is that I am finally doing what I love. When I was in college, there were so many times where I felt completely unmotivated to do anything because the way I was being taught something I like wasn't the way I wanted it to be. That resulted in me missing school a lot because I didn't want to do this, and my mental health got really bad because I was like, oh my god, I have put so much time and effort into this. What if I drop out? What if, and here, not for a second have I thought about dropping out because I love what I'm doing. I studied creative writing and film and television. So I'm in 2 departments. I'm doing joint honors. I love every single lecture I have. I love them. They're so great. The uni is so supportive. They're so kind. They're always helping me out. It makes me so happy that I get to do this, and I'm really happy about I have found what I love. I was struggling for so long since I was a kid. I thought I was gonna be a sports person. Then I thought I was gonna be a singer. Then I thought I was gonna be an actor. Then I wanted to be a photographer. Then a filmmaker. And now I am sure that the main thing I want to be doing with my life is creating stories. It's writing either a novel, a poem, a song, writing the script for a film. That's what I want to be doing. I don't care what I'm writing as long as it's gonna help people, I'm really happy that I get to do this and that so many people supported me to this journey, and now I'm here and I'm loving it. I love the UK, I love Wales, I love my little town that I live in, I love living my best friend, I love what I'm studying. Of course, things are hard because of the pandemic, but I still love what I'm doing. I'm glad I came here. Even though the future looks really hopeless right now, I still haven't lost all my hope yet. I do get bad episodes here when I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm scared that there is no future in sight. But then I just think about how far I've got and that there is no way things are gonna end now. It's been a journey, 1 year of my life, so much changed. To the better, to the worse, does it even matter at this point anymore? Because life is supposed to be this way, It's not supposed to be all good, all bad. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching this video and listening to my story and supporting me through it all. And I want to give all that support to you guys too. So DM me your stories, comment your stories, just do anything. You are very welcome to text me or call me. I want you to be here. And you're very important, and I just hope you remember that.